So I promised you guys another video, and here it is. I was going to do it kind of the same like I did with the other one, where it's just words written on paper, no music, no sound to it, just everybody read for themselves, but it's not going to work out that way for this video. So here it goes. Nutrition, also known as the things we eat. So the things that I've cut out in my life are anything white. What I mean by that is white breads, white potatoes, which are also known as russet potatoes or Idaho potatoes, white pasta, and white rice. So substitutions for those things are red skin potatoes. Yeah, they might have a white interior, but they're not full of starch like the white potatoes are. They're still starchy, but they're not as empty as regular white potatoes. Also, Yukon Golds, those are good potatoes. Not sure about the sugar content on them, but they're more complex in the carbs than just regular russet or Idaho potatoes. Personally, I don't like sweet potatoes, but those are the best potatoes for you. Those have the most complex carbs that give you the most energy. Most of you guys already know that, but that's just, reiterating what we know already. Obviously, white rice, everybody knows all that does is just expand in your stomach, and it turns into sugar. So the obvious substitution for that would be brown rice. But there's also black rice that's really good for you, and also wild rice, which is really good for you. And there is actually jasmine and brown rice that's really good for you too. White pasta, substitute for, sorry about the interruption. White pasta, substitute for whole grain pasta. If you're on a gluten-free diet, they have gluten-free whole grain pasta, but I'm not a fan of it. It doesn't cook right for me. No thank you on that for me. Bread is probably the most difficult. Everybody knows white bread's bad for you. Everybody knows it's bleached, it's processed, it's enriched, it's crap. But a lot of quote-unquote whole grain wheat is bad for you too. But sometimes that's avoidable because sometimes budgets and locally our stores really don't have that much options when it comes to breads that are actually healthy for us. My family we eat bread that we get from Winco, and it's enriched, but it's whole grain and whole wheat, and it's definitely better than the white bread. So another thing to cut out is chemical sugars. And what I mean by that is sucrose, sucralose, aspartame, dextrose. All that stuff is crap. All that stuff. Some studies have shown that some of those cause cancer. Personally, Splenda, which is I believe sucralose, I've known it to give me and my family members headaches. Equal, which is aspartame, I believe, that was shown to give lab rats cancer. Sweet and Low, which is also another aspartame, I think. Also, I think it's sucrose. That's also been known to give cancer. Also, like I suggested before, if you get a chance to watch the Fed Up on Netflix, it tells you and shows you what fake sugar and fake sweeteners does to your mind and to your body. At home, we substitute sweeteners because we can't really do sugar. My brother's diabetic. We use stevia. It doesn't really matter the brand. It all depends on flavor. But it's stevia extract, which is more of a powder form. But the more raw form is liquid. And we use that in our coffee. We use that in our tea. We use that, pretty much that's all we drink it with. But, yeah, they even have some stuff for baking for substituting for sugar. And now talking about sugar, everybody knows white sugar is bad for you. It's refined, and it's bleached, it's processed, it's crap. Good substitution is pure cane sugar and raw organic sugar. That's if you can do sugar on a decent basis. Again, like I said, my brother's diabetic. We avoid sugar when we can. Main thing we cut out, and we've cut it out for probably a good 5 years. I mean, at least my brother has. Is high fructose corn syrup. That is in a lot of different foods. Breads, soda, obviously, sweets, this, that, whatever. But not just high fructose corn syrup, fructose, or regular corn syrup, or light corn syrup. It's all just processed refined corn turned into a syrup form for sweetness. And the reason it's in almost everything we eat is because it's cheaper than sugar. And yes, it's unavoidable unless you're really strict about it. I'm not that strict about it, but I'd say about 90% of the food that I eat does not have high fructose corn syrup in it. My brother will not eat anything with high fructose corn syrup in it because it will actually make his teeth hurt and give him headaches. And then he'll feel bloated and he feels like crap when he eats it. Got my water right here. That is very key to nutrition. Like I've posted before, some people's thirst sensors are so weak that they confuse it with hunger sensor. And naturally our mind and our brain's going to say, hey, eat something because you're hungry. But a good 90% of the time, you just need some water. And I've proven that with myself plenty of times. Probably the main thing I've changed is my portion size. It was just, I don't know, it's kind of just gradually happened. But instead of eating to where I was full, I started eating to where I was satisfied. I would not go for seconds, usually. Sometimes, there's spaghetti. How can you not go for seconds for spaghetti? Come on. That stuff's just amazing. But yeah, changing the mindset to not go for seconds has helped a lot. And I only bring a certain amount of food to work. And if I happen to be hungry, then this becomes my best friend. I start drinking water, and I just kind of let the hunger thoughts and the hunger feelings subside with the water, and it works pretty well. Here's a kick. I'm not sure how many of you actually know this. Brown sugar isn't any healthier than white sugar, refined white sugar, because all brown sugar is white sugar with molasses. Go figure, right? Here's another thing. Oils. We started substituting vegetable oil for coconut oil. Not only does it taste cleaner, it's so much better for you. And sometimes we'll use olive oil, extra virgin olive oil. That's really occasions, rare occasions. And then there's natural oils in the meats that we cook at times that we don't even need oil to use. I'm not really sure what else to say. I will put this disclaimer out there again. I'm not a fitness expert or trained or a medical professional or anything. I just know what has worked for me so far and is still working for me. And everybody take heed to what they know that their body needs and doesn't need. And yeah. Also, don't eat margarine. Margarine's crap. It's one ingredient away from that plastic bin that it's in. We actually use butter at home. We don't use it all the time. And when you want to substitute it completely, use coconut oil. Like if you're using butter for cooking, use coconut oil instead. We use coconut oil in the rice we make. We use coconut oil in most of the foods that we need oil with. It's beautiful. It's clean. It makes you feel good. And it has antioxidants in it. Yeah, it's really good for you. Also, mayonnaise. I don't really care about mayonnaise. Mayonnaise is mayonnaise. Never get anything that says light, because it's just full of crap. That goes with anything. Light or diet is just full of fillers and chemicals. But if you want to substitute mayonnaise, Greek yogurt. Plain Greek yogurt. Light Greek yogurt actually works because, unlike what I just said about most light or diet things is crap, light Greek yogurt is just 2% milk instead of whole milk or whole cream or whatever they use. But yeah, it's a good substitution, and I hope you guys have a great time losing this weight, killing this addiction, making yourself feel better, and loving yourself. I love you all. I may not know most of you, but we're all in this together. Bye.